you guys know that the median of Americans in 2025 read at least 2 books, with 40% reading 0? So that would explain why we're actually so stupid. Anyways, since I graduated, I can see why this is an issue, because of course you're in school, you are kind of forced to read. I actually really love to read, but because I was an avid worker, I was always at work, so it didn't really leave me much of free time. Books kind of were put on the sideways. Apps like TikTok, cellular devices, you no longer reach for books, and then you lose your attention span. So last year I wanted to change this habit of mine, and I read books like All Quiet on the Western Front, The Kite Runner, Book Thief, and this year I definitely wanted to beat what I read last year. We're starting off strong with The Song Poet for January. I'm not gonna lie, this was a harder read, not because it was horrible. I would give it a 3 out of 5. It was actually great. I like that a lot of this book took place in Minnesota, because that's where your girl is at, and with the times that are current, this is a very important read. But this book is really the lessons and teachings that come with being from an immigrant family. This book specifically is dedicated toward her Hmong family, the struggles of migrating to a country that's not yours, what it is to be on both sides as a parent and a child. So it's divided between a daughter and a father. I wouldn't rate it higher, only because I love a book that gives me adrenaline, and this book didn't give me like that feeling of like adrenaline, but it gave me a different perspective, and I'm a very conscious person at being the eldest, so I actually related to this book a lot. I think that's why I rated it a 3.5, because I know the struggles, I know the hardships, I know also the traumas. So this is a very good read for you guys in the state of America now. And for the book of February, since the movie's coming out, we are reading Wuthering Heights. I heard this is a difficult read, but we're gonna push through it, and I'm hoping I can read and finish this before the movie, because it's supposed to come out on February 13th, I believe, before Valentine's Day. I'm trying, you guys, to read a book a month. This month's book will be this. If I read anything more, we will check in.